Alright, so we're back on Blue Heater, and this is a guide on what is currently probably the best build that you can run as a demon. Basically, for demon, compared to the other races in the game, you have a lot more health, so because of that, you're going to want to be running a tank sort of build. So I'll be showing you the tank build for demon and what you want to use for it to get the best out of tanking with it. Okay, so starting off with our weapon, we're going to want to run Soul Render. So basically, this is the only weapon that's giving you health boost from the legendary weapons, so that 50 health boost, very helpful. Good damage on it, and then you're getting a physical resistance, magical resistance, not too high, but still very helpful in the rest of the build. And we're going to want to run physical gems on this, because we want to have physical damage boost, as that's going to be your main damage source with using this build, as the rest of the build really has no mana to be giving you that extra damage boost on magical, so all physical. So let's go ahead and equip that. Moving on with our second piece of equipment, we got our clothing. So for that, you're going to want to use Crusader armor, and the reason for this is it's the armor with the highest health, and then you also get some physical resistance out of it, and that's pretty much it. Real simple. So let's go ahead and equip that. Moving on to our armor, Dragon Spirit armor, really great armor, getting 80 health out of it. The physical resistance is really good, 50 on that. Magical resistance 10 is still helpful, and then as I said earlier, we're running physical damage build, so you get 10 damage on physical damage, boost up that sword damage. The only downside to it is the -3 walk speed, but as a tank you don't need to do a whole lot of movement. You mainly need to be there to tank the damage for the rest of your party. So let's go ahead and get that equipped. I'm sure you could guess what the last piece on our equipment list is, but it's Blue Heater. So obviously you get the 100 health boost. That's really good to have all that extra health, and then you're getting 30 on both physical and magic resistance, which is some pretty good damage reduction. -2 walk speed, bit of an impact, but as I said earlier, you don't need to move a whole lot. So let's get that on. Okay, so moving on to the overview of the stats, you have nearly 500 health, really good for tanking. Mana, we don't care too much on that. Stamina, not really on that either. Physical damage, 95, that's pretty good damage output on your physical damage. You're able to hit with enough damage that you're putting a dent in the enemy. Magical damage, not that high, not that important either. And then your walk speed, you're slow, but you don't need to be fast for a tank, you just need to be able to take damage. And down here at our resistance, a lot of resistance, good for dropping down the damage that you're taking. That combined with the health, really good for the tank build. Moving on to what you'll want to run with your spells is an obvious essential with most builds. You'll want heal. Heal is going to be there to keep you in the fight longer, and with tank you can keep using heal. It uses pretty much no mana, and you keep dealing damage with your physical damage, you can stay in the fight for a long time. So next one you'll want to go with is for tank, you want some extra damage, so a good one to go with is Spatial Flash. It's not too expensive, costing 40 mana, so it's a good extra damage boost along with your tanking. So then next, because you're a tank, you're basically playing sort of as a support. So for this, either play with Soothing Presence or Taunt. Either one is offering a support role. For this, I'm gonna go with Soothing Presence to help heal my allies nearby that would be on low health, that are the damage output of the party. And then for the last one, really it's up to what you want to do. I would go with Wide Slash just because it's giving you some great damage while there's a group of enemies, and in that position, most people need to get out of there and run, but as a tank you're able to take the damage, so it's a great time to use that ability to deal some extra damage. So that's our build finished. Go ahead, try this out for anybody that's playing Demon. It's great to play as you don't take that much damage and you still dish out a good amount of damage. It's a great build to play as Demon because you have all that health. So let me know how this build works out for you guys, and I will see you later.